Thank you for viewing my Ignite presentation. My name is Chelsea Ordner, and this presentation is designed to cover the grant proposal I am writing to create 2 bookmobiles for teens in the state of Rhode Island. Bookmobiles began as a way for libraries to reach underserved and diverse populations that were unable or unwilling to travel to a library branch. Providing resources to rural families, immigrants, and inner-city children, mobile libraries were a major force in shaping the public library as it is now known. Today, bookmobiles and mobile library services have morphed into an imperative and sadly underused resource that could greatly benefit our teens. Rhode Island has made progress in leaps and bounds in the past 2 years when it comes to developing teen spaces in local libraries. Thanks to the passion and dedication of key people like Jack Martin, Renee Hobbs, and Margot Nishimura, perceptions about media use and young adult relationships to the library have been changing. It is my hope that these changing perceptions can be used to my advantage in proposing 2 mobile teen space libraries. It is my plan to maximize on the practicality that bookmobiles provide in reaching diverse and hesitant library patrons. However, it is not my intention to stick to the traditional bookmobile model. Instead, I plan to revitalize this useful service with a place teens really want to hang out in, using the guidelines for teen spaces created by YALSA. The novelty of a mobile library will appeal to teens and be able to be in more places. With a mobile learning space like this, we are more easily able to reach out to teens who do not have access to one of the state's amazing young adult spaces. This avenue provides them with a positive interaction in a library designed specifically for them and is therefore a space entirely their own. In the state of Rhode Island, there are 71 public libraries. In 2004, the Office of Library and Information Services for the state reported only 2 bookmobiles in service, a number which has since dropped. According to the United States Census, in 2013, 20% of the population of Rhode Island was under the age of 18. That's more than 210,000 children and young adults. If we were to take this number and divide it by the number of public libraries, we wind up with 2,900. That means that each of Rhode Island's public libraries, regardless of location or patron base, would be responsible for serving 2,900 people under the age of 18. Some bookmobiles have become very popular. The digital bookmobile, for example, travels across the country and exposes the public to new digital media resources. There is a room for ebooks, a film lounge, places to try out new technology, all built specifically to highlight the growing need for transmedia in libraries. This idea of transmedia is something the teen bookmobiles I have proposed can provide. Here is an example of one of the proposed bookmobiles. As you can see, there's a space for gaming and also space for shelving. This would limit the amount of materials purchased, but still give teens the opportunity to take out books if they desire. I have also proposed a work table with many outlets for charging computers and cell phones. There's no need to pay for computer equipment on a large scale since the bookmobiles would not be able to support them. However, many teens and young adults have access to their own computers or mobile devices. These teen space mobiles would encourage the use of those personal mobile devices in an educational way. The bookmobile would also provide a place for teens to socialize, study, create, and voice an opinion. The purpose of these spaces is to make our teens feel empowered and relaxed and provide them another way to connect with the services of a fully functioning library. I propose the use of 2 bookmobiles of similar design so that more teens may have the opportunity to access these services. Rhode Island is the smallest state in the country, and in this regard, that acts as an advantage. 2 bookmobiles are able to cover more of the state on any given day, and the small geography of Rhode Island provides the opportunity for frequent visits to the same places, thus developing a rapport in those communities. Money is always an issue when it comes to libraries. Instead of one municipality taking on the cost of renovating their library to accommodate teen spaces and then being the only ones who reap the benefits, these mobile, unaffiliated teen spaces would be created and maintained through grant funding, and all teens in the state would therefore benefit. The cost of providing these mobile teen spaces is relatively low considering the priceless services and relationships they will provide. I estimate this project cost approximately $500,000 in its first year and approximately $250,000 annually for each year after. The primary cost would be that of the bookmobiles themselves, which would cost around $75,000 each. I have designed the grant proposal so that each teen space would be staffed by one librarian who also acts as the driver with a yearly salary of $50,000. Each bookmobile would have a $100,000 materials budget the first year, and the remaining $50,000 is for general maintenance, gas, and tolls. In the second and following years, the cost drops. Each bookmobile staff member would maintain his or her salary of $50,000. The maintenance cost of the bookmobile would also remain at $50,000, and each mobile library would then have a budget of $25,000 for materials, with any leftover maintenance money being used for collection development. For the cost of $1 million, the state of Rhode Island could have 3 years of mobile teen space access. If this proves successful, it could create an entire new library culture for the state, as well as countless new teen librarian positions. More importantly, we could be on the cutting edge of creating innovative teen library spaces and access. This set of teen bookmobiles would create opportunities for teens to achieve the 3 C's: concentration, collaboration, and creation. It will also provide teens with a safe and comfortable third space. The most influential aspect of these bookmobiles is their ability to meet teens where they are. I genuinely believe that these bookmobiles, designed specifically for the teens who will use them, will create opportunities for those who may not have the time or resources to go to their library, those who do not have a teen space at their library, or have access to a library space all their own. One that fosters curiosity, transmedia learning, and collaborative social interaction. Thanks for watching!